This is Canso A, FNJE, one of a few Cansos that remain airworthy. This very Canso first took to the skies in 1944 as the Royal Canadian Air Force utilized this very model to escort convoys across the Atlantic. It now belongs to Fairview Aircraft Restoration Society. Captain Oliver Evans pilots this plane, and he is keenly aware of its significance to Canada's history in the skies.
Well, it wasn't only this airplane, but it was all the people that were involved with it. Not only the pilots, but the engineers, the people who rode around in it. And also another thing about this airplane, it also rescued people. And that's one really important thing about it. It wasn't all about dropping torpedoes and depth charges on submarines. It helped rescue people. It pulled sailors floating out of floating in the water out of the Pacific and the Atlantic. It fought in both the Pacific and the Atlantic for many years, and it did instrumental changes to the war. And not only because of its ability to land anywhere, but it was really a very durable, reliable aircraft that could go anywhere at any time, day or night.
It was part of the industry. It was constructed in this one in Valcartier, Quebec, and it went on strength with what they called O2 Squadron in Yarmouth, and shortly after moved up to Iceland. It came back from Iceland and became a freighter for the Air Force. It freighted north when they were surveying, and it also freighted when they built the Mid-Canada line and the DEW line.
It was instrumental in charting the North, and also working for the government, doing weather research, and also maintaining a lot of the places up north as far as fuel and oil goes. It was so versatile that not only did it carry people around, but it carried lots of supplies. And it was the kind of airplane that refused to die in a way, because after the war it was used for search and rescue and for supplying a lot of the small communities. And also after a few years they became water bombers. So they kept on repurposing the aircraft. So it had a long career fighting fires.
The color scheme certainly is an eye catcher. It was described as peas and carrots to me. What's the significance of the color scheme here?
Well, in 1978, the government of Newfoundland bought a number of them, and they converted them to water bombers to fight forest fires. At that time, that was a new industry, and the peas and carrots color scheme is the government of Newfoundland Forest Service's colors.
And then after that, it became a flying museum piece for many places. And it really signifies the efforts and the abilities of a lot of people to do things that they wouldn't have normally thought were possible.